This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We are hearing from many viewers 65 and older with vaccine appointment woes, wondering why their appointment was rescheduled, sometimes multiple times, or why teachers are getting vaccinated while they're still waiting for their first dose.
And Madeline O'Neill answers those questions, diving into how scheduling works at different hospitals and clinics, and what you should keep in mind when making an appointment. Maddie?
SSM Health is now allocating about 20% of its vaccines to educators, saying the time is right and there is bound to be some overlap between groups, while other vaccinators, such as UW Health, are still focusing on that 65-plus population. We've told you about differences between the two health systems, including that SSM has a network of vaccination clinics across the state, but there are similar challenges that all vaccinators face when scheduling appointments.
At our age, it's a serious problem.
Entering the pandemic, we didn't know what we were getting into.
We've pretty much been homebodies.
It's more than a loss of travel for Dorothy Hodges.
I haven't had a dentist appointment. I don't get hair appointments, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, a year later, we know vaccine appointments are our way out.
Quick hope.
But then comes juggling, getting everyone in.
I was so elated when I got one in January.
Dorothy's second dose appointment 4 weeks later was canceled the day before.
And I guess I'm not alone.
For example, last week, UW Health had to reschedule about 4,000 first dose appointments.
We're discouraged right along with you that needed to take place.
UW Health's Dr. Matt Anderson explains they were booking patients 65 and older to meet a request by the state to get them vaccinated by March 1st when new groups became eligible.
Obviously, the supply didn't work out.
Now UW Health is adjusting, taking into account that they're only getting about a quarter of their request.
So we've now been able to recalibrate a bit.
Basing appointments on supply estimates is about what Unity Point Health Meritor and SSM Health have been doing as well, not having to do any major rescheduling.
If we learn that we will be getting more, we can, on a very short notice, open more appointments fairly quickly.
We all have to play sort of this wait and see game for appointments and for vaccine.
Unity Point Health Meritor's Emergency Preparedness Safety Manager says the state is now letting them know their vaccine allocation for 2 weeks instead of 1.
There you go.
Every little bit of information helps.
But scheduling is still a balancing act.
It is very challenging.
The vaccinators we spoke with get between about a quarter to a half of the doses they request.
Really, these are problems that are just we're all facing because the demand is really high and the supply isn't quite there yet.
Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin is getting ready for a projected increase in supply.
The signs are favorable that things will open up and that all the systems in town, including GHC, will be able to vaccinate a lot more people.
Hello.
The GHC site here has shifted from testing to vaccinating, another sign of progress.
All done.
Dorothy had her appointment for a second dose at a GHC site rescheduled. So what happened?
Trying to relax your arms.
Vaccinators explain the state sends enough second doses to match first doses already distributed, so no one should be left hanging.
You're welcome.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Chris Castman says that GHC hasn't had to reschedule, except for when a major winter storm in our country interrupted delivery.
But luckily, all those folks that were temporarily delayed, we were able to vaccinate as soon as possible.
That includes Dorothy, who was able to exit the clinic a week delayed this Wednesday with a second dose and a lighter heart.
Just relieved.
Vaccinators are encouraging you to fill out interest forms for your providers, but also be willing to get the vaccine wherever you can. DHS does have a registry you can sign up on online. We have more on that on our website as well. Another question we've been getting is, why isn't there a list of high-risk patients to call when there is a cancellation? The short answer is it's just not feasible to keep track of who is most at risk when trying to efficiently distribute the vaccine to everyone.
Maddie, thank you. News 3 Now is getting your vaccine-related questions answered, so please share your comments or story ideas with us by clicking on the Answering Your Questions link on channel3000.com.
We turn it over to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now. A look at our first warn forecast. Gary?
Erica's a little colder today, but still pretty much in line with what we expect for this time of year. And temperatures will begin warming up again tomorrow. Time-lapse from the WIC Skycam showed some clouds early this morning. That actually held temperatures up last night, and we had bright sunshine through the day today, and skies are clear tonight. That will actually lead to colder conditions overnight. Low temperatures today, 22 in Madison, but that is now our current reading. To the north, temperatures are low temperatures generally we're in the lower 20s. High temperatures, middle 30s in Madison and Janesville, but to the west it was warmer. High 47 in La Crosse, 46 in Boscobel. So there's a little bit of a difference. And right now you can see those temperatures generally in the lower 20s, and they'll drop to the middle to upper teens by early tomorrow morning with mostly clear skies. But tomorrow we'll see bright sunshine. Temperatures will be back up in the lower 40s. I'm looking for a high of 42 in Madison, and we could hit 50 near around Sunday and maybe near 60 by Tuesday of next week. More details on weather in a few minutes.
Across Wisconsin, health officials confirmed 677 new COVID cases today. 12 more people have died. Both cases and deaths continue to trend down. An additional 47,000 people received a shot. Public Health Madison-Dane County says with the approval of the third Johnson & Johnson vaccine, they are now able to move up plans to vaccinate Madison's teachers. Those vaccinations will start next week at the Alliant Energy Center. Initially, the health department said it was going to have to delay those shots for 2 weeks due to lack of supply. But today, Public Health says it will receive at least 7,900 doses of the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccines, which will be used to prioritize teachers and school staff. SSM Health today also announcing it will be administering 1,200 doses of the vaccine to MMSD staff starting next week. The school district announced that partnership this morning. They will hold a vaccination clinic at La Follette High School on March 12th. Today, SSM Health also says it gave out its 100,000th dose of the vaccine.
Well, that's starting next week. SSM Health says it'll be setting up a vaccination clinic for educators in Sauk County on top of their recent efforts in other districts as well. The healthcare provider says it's handling vaccinations for teachers and staff in the Baraboo, Wisconsin Dells, and Lodi school districts at a clinic being set up at Baraboo High School. The State Department of Health Services is rolling out a new COVID-19 vaccination hotline. That's to help people learn more about the vaccines and to help with scheduling appointments. Toll-free number there on your screen. It's 844-684-1064. It'll be staffed by people at a call center who will be able to help people find vaccine locations, get them registered, and also answer medical questions they might have about the vaccine.
Tonight was an opportunity for the public to get to know more about the two candidates running for state superintendent of public schools. During a public forum, the two were asked about disability issues in the state school system, including retaining skilled, qualified special educators, particularly those of color.
Our kids need teachers who look like them. You know, my first step would actually be to appoint a full-time equity officer at the cabinet level who would oversee needs such as this.
I do believe it's very important that we understand what are the barriers, and I would also like to create an office of diversity and inclusion that would not only would allow teacher recruitment to be an important part of that, but giving our Black and Brown, our BIPOC communities a voice and a seat at the table.
I had the honor of moderating tonight's event. The two candidates will face off in the general election on April 6th.
It is maybe the most infamous unsolved murder in Dane County history. Father Alfred Coons found brutally murdered inside a hallway at St. Michael's School in the village of Dane. That was 23 years ago today. News 3 Now spoke with the Dane County Sheriff today, and Dave Mahoney reiterates this is not a cold case, and his detectives believe they have viable suspects. And on the heels of a social media push in recent years to get some answers, Sheriff Mahoney feels there are only a few minor pieces of evidence out there before a suspect can be brought to justice.
We are confident that somebody knows something in the Dane community that will bring this to a final resolution. And I hope that with the presentation and with bringing this to light on the 23rd anniversary, that person will come forward and help us with the evidence that we've collected and the information that we have to date.
Now, Sheriff Mahoney, a young detective on this case back then, is set to retire in May. He hopes to have resolution on the case before he leaves. Anyone with tips is asked to call the Dane County tip line 608-284-6900.
In Washington, D.C., Capitol Police want the Pentagon to keep up to 2,000 National Guard soldiers at the Capitol for an additional 60 days. Security has been on high alert there after law enforcement agencies warned of potential violence today. The threat centers around the conspiracy theory that March 4th is the actual day American presidents should be inaugurated, and that today is the day former President Donald Trump will be restored to power. And this is a live look now inside the U.S. Senate, where clerks are reading aloud the entire 628 pages of the COVID-19 relief bill. Wisconsin U.S. Senator Ron Johnson had been pushing for the reading, saying he wants all Americans and other senators to hear what's exactly in the $1.9 trillion legislation. The reading is expected to last hours and will delay debate on the bill.
Still to come tonight, big news today for both the Brewers organization and the Big Ten Conference. Plus, a dance for good luck. We'll meet a local woman who won't even let cancer keep her down. That story just ahead. Stay with us.
It's time to upgrade your downtime. It's time for Stressless. Now at the Century House. Go from one grade of leather to a higher one for free. Or save $300 on Stressless Sunrise recliners. Don't wait. Save hundreds on Stressless comfort. At the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Hi, folks. I'm tracking the chance for rain and possibly thunder in my extended forecast. It's what I'm calling the Wisconsin Variety Pack. Plus, we're prepping you for your weekend plans. That's Friday morning. We'll see you at 4:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Some good news today for Brewers fans. The team is being allowed to start the season with the fans in attendance at American Family Field. Today, the City of Milwaukee Health Commissioner approved the team's plan to start the season with 25% capacity. That means roughly 10,500 fans will be allowed at each game. Opening day is scheduled for April 1st against the Minnesota Twins. One of the downsides, though, tailgating has not been approved. A limited number of fans will be allowed to attend the 2021 Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament next week. It runs March 10th through the 14th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The conference says Marion County health officials recently approved allowing limited capacity at the stadium, meaning 8,000 attendees will be allowed for the games.
A Mount Horeb native battling an aggressive form of breast cancer is using music to help her heal. Her name is Rena Williams, and her friends and family say she won't let anything get her down. Josh Sprider shares her story.
It's cold. I have a hat on most of the time because it gets pretty chilly.
When first meeting Raina Williams, you'd never know what hid behind her smile. That's been her goal going all the way back to August 2020. After finding a lump, the 34-year-old got a call while she was playing with her dog Mabel in the backyard. The Mount Horeb native was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer, an aggressive form that does not have any of the receptors commonly found in breast cancer, meaning fewer keys to treatment.
Our community and my family and our coworkers, it's very overwhelming. The amount of love and support that we have gotten, I never would have expected this amount of outpouring of love, and
we're very lucky.
Raina first met Patrick, her husband, 11 years ago on the job. Both of them working at the Swedish American Hospital in Rockford, a division of UW Health.
The mix of emotions that, you care so much about this person, and at first you think of, all the ways your life would be worse without her.
Now living in northern Illinois, they're the perfect pair in the hospital, an even better pair outside in the parking lot. In early October, after her first day of chemo, Raina began dancing her way through cancer. Patrick right by her side running the camera.
I want to leave the cancer center and celebrate that I'm done with this. So it wasn't a plan. I didn't have anything choreographed that day. I just started dancing out to the car to Rapper's Delight. There's people in their cars watching. I'm like, oh my gosh.
After uploading the first video, it got so much attention, Raina knew she had to do it again the next time, dancing to Thriller at Halloween. Sometimes an all-out costume, it was a good distraction for the Williams family, but also a positive one for all the other folks forced to wait in the parking lot as their loved ones underwent treatment due to COVID-19 restrictions.
5, 6, 7, 8.
So rather than sitting at home in her thoughts, she began running through routines in her off time.
I was practicing these dances, which I don't have a dance background. I goof around at weddings. So this isn't like I pick it up super quick. Let's go. I have to practice quite a bit.
The clips becoming a symbol of her strength, leaving an impact on all sorts of people, from her stepdaughter Vivian to her parents who still live here in the 608 in Blue Mounds, and everyone in between. And this week, what could have been her most important dance yet. But this time around, she was surprised by a flash mob. Raina had her final day of chemo on Wednesday, which just so happened to be triple-negative breast cancer awareness day. She tells me it couldn't have played out any better.
Whatever you're going through, try to find something that you can be joyful about, because positive attitude makes every difference in a negative situation.
Get loose now.
And if you're thinking Raina's done dancing, think again.
Just connecting with people and hearing other people's stories, it makes me want to continue dancing, even after.
Raina's battle with cancer is not over.
Oh, she can really move. If you'd like to check out more of Raina's chemo dances, you'll find a link right now at channel3000.com.
And here's a reason to dance. Gary Canolti has a nice, sunny, warm forecast for us.
No, you don't want the
Oh, come on, Gary.
We have an FCC license that we have to keep here. 3 things you need to know on their forecast. You can dance all you want to these because this is a pretty nice looking forecast. High temperatures in the lower 40s for tomorrow and Saturday with lots of sunshine. No rain expected through Tuesday, and high temperatures between 55 and 60 degrees for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. If you look at the snow depth just over the last 24 hours, you can see how it's starting to shrink away here. We'll zoom into to the state of Wisconsin, and you can see already areas south of Milwaukee, a lot of that snow cover is gone. I mean, there are piles of snow around, still across south central Wisconsin, several inches of snow, but there are areas where you're seeing more and more bare ground. And it's making a difference in the temperature. Still snow here, so high temperatures in the 30s, some areas out to the west in the 40s, but you widen out the view a little bit, and areas that don't have any snow cover, well, they were in the 60s and 70s today. It's not too far away, folks. Eventually, we will get there, but it'll take a little while. We still have to get rid of the snow cover. cover that we have, and we have to get a little more of a southerly wind flow. Right now, our upper level winds are from the northwest. There's a storm system to our south that will follow along the southern branch of the jet stream, so it'll stay to our south. That'll just keep us high and dry for the time being. But eventually, our upper level winds become more southwesterly, and the stationary front that divides the milder air to the south and west to the colder air where we are will eventually start returning back northeastward as a warm front. And when that happens, that's when we'll see our temperatures really take off. Right now, temperatures mainly in the 20s across the state, but even out to the west, we're seeing 30s across Minnesota and much of Iowa. On future track, clear skies tonight. That will allow temperatures to drop into the middle teens. Highs tomorrow, lower 40s with mostly sunny skies. We won't have that wind off of Lake Michigan that brings some of that lake cooling even inland as far as Madison. And then as we head into Saturday night and Sunday, we'll see more sunshine. Temperatures will be in the lower 40s for Saturday, but as we get into Sunday, notice these winds starting to shift around to the south, and they'll start to increase in speed. We'll turn partly sunny, and high temperatures will jump up to near 50, and we could even see warmer temperatures than that. In fact, the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook still calling for above normal temperatures through the rest of our 10-day forecast period. The latter part of the forecast period will be a little closer to normal, but precipitation will be above normal as we'll be in an active weather pattern. A lot of that precipitation will fall the middle part of next week with some showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, not quite as chilly as today. High temperature back up at 42 degrees. Will be about the same for Saturday, but Sunday will be closer to 50 thanks to those breezy southerly winds. And then temperatures mid to upper 50s, maybe around 60 for Tuesday and Wednesday. Showers Tuesday night, showers, perhaps a thunderstorm on Wednesday. The shower should end on Thursday morning, and then temperatures will return to normal or even just a little bit below as we head toward next weekend, but the weather at that point should be pretty quiet.
A nice little dose of that warm weather, Gary. Thank you. Just ahead in sports, Drew Holiday comes up clutch for the Deer, the shot that sent the Bucks into the All-Star break on a high note. Zach has sports next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, no interest if paid in full by September 2022. Call today. Patio enclosures.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Havish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and L.A., but the millions of people in cities like yours. Like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters. Like Economowalk, Claysville, Prineville. U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Bad sleep, one night on the road, and we already need a chiropractor.
You know, RV sleep doesn't have to be bad sleep. With Denver Mattresses RV lineup. Made in the USA with 3 levels of comfort, these mattresses are designed to fit your RV sleeping space. Choose in-store pickup or have it delivered, wherever you happen to be. And rest easy, knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Get superior rest and comfort on the road, only at Denver Mattress.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, no interest if paid in full by September 2022. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
It's been a historic season for Eustisford. The Falcons advanced to the state tournament for the first time ever. This morning, they won their first ever game at state, and now they're playing in their first state championship game. Eustisford taking on McDonald Central out of Chippewa Falls in the D5 final. And this was all Falcons. Gavin Tim dials one up from deep. Eustisford scored the game's first 10 points, and it was all over from there. Alex Eggleston looked like a man amongst boys. 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 blocks from him as the Falcons win their first ever state title in their first trip to state. 69-35 is the final. The Badger men will either be the 6th seed or the 7th seed in the next weekend's Big Ten tournament. And the odds are in their favor to wind up at the 6th spot. The only way they're the 7, well, if they lose at Iowa, Maryland beats Penn State, and then Minnesota beats Rutgers. But none of that really matters to this group right now. They're focused on snapping their losing streak against the top teams in the conference, which has been on their minds a lot this season.
Just looking at the other day, I was looking at the teams we lost, and dang, a lot of those teams are ranked in the top 10 right now. And this league's tough, and it's super frustrating too. You can't get some of those wins against the top teams here. But, we still got everything in front of us here.
Final game before the All-Star break for the Bucks. Milwaukee and Memphis taking on the Grizz. Down 2 with 40 seconds to go. Pat Connaughton puts the Bucks up 1 with the triple. 15 points off the bench from Patty C. 5 seconds to go now. They're down 1. Drew Holiday steps back and wins the game. Bucks head into the All-Star break with a dub, 112-111. The WCHA honors keep coming in for the Badgers. The conference tabbed Mark Johnson its Coach of the Year. It's the 9th time he's received that honor. And of course, Darryl Watts was named the WCHA's Forward of the Year. Watts led the league in points. And the hope is that she and the rest of the team score a couple more in the postseason starting Saturday against who else? Border battle rival, Minnesota.
It's going to be a tough battle on Saturday, no matter what happened this past season. With our record against them, they're going to come to battle too. They're in it for the whole thing as well. But yeah, definitely the whole week is, I would say, a little bit different. The compete levels are like a little bit higher. Everyone wants to win, so especially against Minnesota.
And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams.
American Family Insurance.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Hurry in, because
because right now you can get $1,500 customer cash on a spacious new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your Ford?
Sure, but the Fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the Fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
We all have our reasons for doing what we love. Personal reasons. Professional reasons. Big reasons. Little reasons. Sometimes, no reason at all. It doesn't matter what your reason is, as long as you do it full throttle. Bad boy. Mo with an attitude.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, here's some video that will make you smile. The 4 penguins from Shedd Aquarium in Chicago took another field trip last month, this time visiting the Friends Experience. The exhibit is dedicated to the iconic TV sitcom, and as you can see, the penguins walked through and examined exact replicas from the recognizable set.
There's Chandler and Ross right there. Let's go to Gary. He knows a thing or two about Shedd Aquarium. Been there a few times. But the penguins, they're done with our weather. We're warming up.
Yeah, the penguins will not feel at home later on this weekend and into next week as temperatures turn milder. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Clear skies out there right now. Temperatures are in the lower 20s in Madison, still around 30 in Mineral Point, upper 20s in Janesville, but these temperatures will drop off into the middle teens by tomorrow morning. Look for a high of 42 tomorrow with sunny skies, and then temperatures should ramp up into the 50s by early next week with some rain chances about the middle of the week.
Gary, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good. Be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.